Well, hello and welcome to a quick little insight on the new KNG2, which is here on the right hand side. This is from BK Radio, and the KNG1 in the CMDer series is on this side. If you remember the way that this radio looks and works, and there was a few things that people would like to see on the radio. First is a backlit and color display. So this is backlit, has the green and then the black lettering and buttons and things like that, and then all the buttons on top. And this is the CMDer series, so it has the channel bezel that goes all the way around. Same thing with the volume. A few things that they people wanted to see on the radio were, one, the volume. In a firefighter's turnouts, this volume can get switched. It cannot basically turn off but go all the way down so they can't hear it. So that is one thing that they switched to the new KNG2. It's a much tighter volume button, so it's very difficult to twist around or actually get turned off in that essence. They came out with a better interior speaker, and they also have two microphones on this, and I'll show this in just a second. So, introducing the KNG2 from BK Radio, or Relm. And as you see immediately, it has a color display. Very nice. Black background, white lettering, blue lettering, or blue background with the white lettering for the essentials down here. For the button configuration, it's down here. It has a battery indicator life. So it'll go from green all the way down to red, so you know that it's time to recharge the radio. And then obviously it does have the sound on it that will tell you that the battery is low, or low battery indicator. All these that were on top of the KNG1 are now colored, so you can really see them pretty vividly and know if you're in high-low, if you're scanning, if you have a priority, like this is a priority channel, and if it's a repeater or tactical type channel. The same thing with the three-line display. You can change that all around. The buttons have changed just a little bit. The squares used to be, or the diamonds used to be squares. Now they're squares. A little bit easier, still backlit and everything. Up top here, since this is their first one, this is a 16-channel radio, or 16-channel zone. And you can have still up to the 5,000 channels, and I found out that you can go up to the 16, but then as you get past that, if you have more in the radio, you can actually hand program that in and be able to go to channel 16 through whatever you have. So like on this, I'm on my zone 1 at channel 13. If I go all the way up to 16, that's about it. But let's say I want to go to the Santa Maria channel, see all the channels in here, and then you can just scroll up and down, just like usual, and be able to go through your frequencies that you have in your banks. So on my bank, or on this bank, I have a total of 47 channels. So with only 16 on the top, I still want to get to those other channels. So if you pretty much memorize your radio, or memorize pretty much where you're at, I know that I can get to channel 41 and get to Santa Maria Dispatch immediately, and now I'm on Santa Maria Dispatch. So very easy to use. You can still program. It's off the NeoVision. That is the 5.3 right now, and you can still program off of that. So right now this radio is programmed as with the CAL FIRE specs. So it has all the different zones and everything that CAL FIRE is using right now, the 53 zones. And that's how you get into the different zones. So it's just a quick look. It still has the small toggle switches for the scan and priority. The emergency button, the toggle in between here where it's repeater talk around, on and off. And that's just a real quick peek at the radio. There's a few other little things, I'm sorry, that I wanted to go over. So the backlit display. So the bottom button is the backlit display. So you can have this in a custom mode. You can have it auto, so it goes bright by the inside and maybe a little bit lighter when you go outside. You can have it off. You can have it go to dim, medium, or bright, or in the custom view. So in the custom view, you would just have this bar that you could go plus or minus with and kind of set the light that way, that the way that you wanted it, if dim wasn't good enough or if the bright wasn't good enough. So go back to that and settings are saved. The button configuration up top, if you remember on the KNG1, the push to talk is a little bit bigger there, and so are the programmable buttons number 1 and number 2. They're a little bit longer and they're not as round as the KNG1. So KNG1 is still a great radio. Still a great. The S model, the P model, and then this Commander version. So this is not a Commander version. They're in the process of looking at that and seeing if they're going to come out with one. I know that BK Radio, hopefully at IWC this year in Las Vegas, will be putting out their dual band radio, and if not, their tri-band. The only difference is that it's not going to be in this KNG configuration model. It's going to be in the legacy radio model, so the little bit bigger casing. And just because of the dual mode or dual or actually tri-bands that are coming out, I guess they figured that it wouldn't fit in this case, so they're going to come out with a legacy case. So once again, just a little quick overview of the new BK Radio KNG2. It's the P150 and still 5,000 channels. If you would like a quote on this, you can either call myself, look up my email address. It's rscom7@gmail.com. Once again, Rick Smith with RS Communication Consultants in Santa Maria, California. Or you can contact Relm directly and they'll get you in contact with one of your local distributors. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Thank you much for watching.